top of the moment to you, wherever you are watching us from across the globe. I'm still Ashalulu Afemi. I hope the new month of April has gone up to a great start for you. Kade Bundari and James Agberebi, they are here, and today, as always, we have a lot to discuss regarding football and other sporting events on the continent of Africa. Once again, welcome. Kade and James, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Remy. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you, Femi. Happy to be on today.
All right, our fans across the world, we appreciate you so much for your support. But please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please tell someone about this channel, particularly those in diaspora. This is where we discuss all things regarding African football, the Olympics, the regular leagues. This is where we get things talked about. Okay, let's get started with our regular programming today on the show. We'll be doing our continental roundup, then the talking points. Then, of course, our star in diaspora today, we will be going to Nigeria. And then we have the big game. Today, we are going to Morocco, the Botola Pro. Yeah, we'll be going to Morocco. But let's get started with a continental roundup. Of course, remember, the crisis rocking Cameroon football is not going away anytime soon. On Monday, new coach Brys was unveiled, but Samuel Eto'o told the Minister of Sport in Cameroon that he would not be attending because he had other bigger fish to fry. And of course, we'll be coming to Nigeria today. Yesterday, a report emerged in Italy saying that Victor Osimhen, Super Eagles striker, is just one step away from agreeing to a 4-year deal with PSG. We'll be analyzing if that is going to be a big move for Osimhen. So we have these and lots more to discuss on the show today. Kyle, let's get started regarding Cameroon football. And on Monday, like I said in the intro, Brys was unveiled and he signed his contract. Of course, you know that he is a product of unilateral decision by the Ministry of Sport in Cameroon. But sadly, Samuel Eto'o released a statement. And in his statement, he said he got an invitation to the unveiling 2 hours at the time. And in that statement, he said that he was busy preparing for the burial of his father, which will be going down this weekend. I don't know what to call this, but I'm not sure that relief will come for Fecafoot regarding the things that would happen in football in the coming months ahead.
Like I said, I think this is a power game that wise commentators should stay out of. It showed that appointing a coach behind the back of the federation's chairman, president, was deliberate. What better represents that than the fact that he got invited to the official unveiling just 2 hours, even if it were 2 days before? It still shows that they just wanted to send a message that with or without you, this is going to go on. They felt despite something bad. What they are subsequently done after the initial appointment is even worse. Now, if I were the manager, I'll be wondering the kind of work environment I'm going to be working in, where the guys who appointed me and the guys I'm going to work directly with are in this kind of constant conflict. Like I told you in the last program, Femi, I said FIFA does not even recognize the sports ministry. FIFA only recognizes the FA chairman, the FA president. So let's wait and see. But I will not be surprised if Cameroon if they don't get better from this present Mali, because those who should know better. Like I also remember telling you the last time, this is a power game. Eto'o had benefited from the same power game before. Now, whilst others, innocent bystanders like us, are allowed to talk about it, Eto'o's hands are tied here. You cannot say much about it.
Okay, James, would you say this is a kind of desperation on the part of Brys? Because, like how they rightly pointed out, it tells about the kind of manager that is going to be. Because if you look at it, I don't think someone like Averena will want to work in this kind of very hostile environment if the people you are going to be working directly with are in conflict with the ministry. And if you look at Mark Brys, no record of him in African football. He hasn't even worked in Africa before. Do you think he's desperate, at least to get a job?
So I think we can't really blame what is really happening, So maybe it feels for the ministry to maybe we feel that this way they run their stuff in Cameroon. So for me, it's just an innocent person who is about to walk into a hostile environment. It's very, 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 very sad, especially for somebody who has never worked in Africa before. So maybe by the time you have spent a few months, you get to understand the kind of environment you're working in. So for me, it's a terrible one, honestly. Like we always say, Nigeria like Cameroon like Ghana. So I don't know the World Cup qualifier. I mean, just imagine somebody that is new on the continent, and I mean, I wonder how he's going to settle down and start doing his thing. I mean, this is not going to go well with him. And I just wish him all the best, and maybe this will just be a big lesson for him. So at least you have a taste of how African football is being run. So I will just wish him all the best.
But James, I will have loved to ask you, or maybe I should ask you, can you work in an hostile environment, where the parties, the majors, the number one stakeholders are loggerheads? Will you be able to even carry out any productive activity in that sort of environment? Because if, for instance, Mark Brys will have to work directly, not even with the Ministry of Sport in Cameroon, he has to work directly with the FECAFOOT, the Football Federation in Cameroon. And these are people who do not approve of his appointment. And remember, we said on Monday that the committee to chair, I think the emergency committee mandated it to name a new coach under 72 hours. But eventually, the FECAFOOT decided to sheath their sword, just to allow peace to reign. Do you think if you were in Mark Brys, would you have been able to, or would you be able to do anything at all?
No, normal human being will be able to strive in such an environment, because no matter how talented or how intelligent you think you are, if the environment is not conducive, there is no way. Even a Jose Mourinho or even a Pep Guardiola will not succeed in this kind of environment, because you will not be able to focus. I mean, you know that you have so many battles to deal with. You don't even know who you are reporting to. So like I said, nobody is going to succeed in such environment. And to think that the World Cup qualifier is just a few months away, and they now have all this to deal with. So I just pity the coach. So if after spending a couple of months, maybe even weeks, and you see that it's not going. The environment is something that you're not going to be able to perform. I think the best thing for him to do is to just walk away. Nobody's going to kill him for doing that. Because I mean, everybody, wherever you find yourself, you want to succeed there. But if the environment is not conducive for you to give out your best, I mean, I think the best option is for you to just walk away.
Okay, if you ask me, I think Mark Brys doesn't know his onions, because if you are in this sort of environment, you shouldn't even have taken the job in the first instance. That's what I think. And again, it tells you more the more you see, the less you understand. We do not know if this is a conspiracy against Samuel Eto'o. If the sports ministry wants him out, remember he's already facing enough opposition back in Cameroon. Cody, let's talk about Victor Osimhen. I remember a few months ago, Ida's Thierry Henry or Didier Drogba warned Victor Osimhen about going to PSG. And according to a report yesterday in Italy, he says that he is a step away from agreeing to a 4-year deal with PSG, and that will get him 30 million euros every year, right, every season, and he's going to manage his own image right. And it says that going forward, they're just waiting. The Qatari sponsors of PSG, they're just about to send the contract to him. Then he's going to sign in, and it's going to be a legally binding agreement. Kadi, would you say it is a wise decision for Osimhen at this point? With what he's done at Napoli, would you say that PSG at this point is a good decision for him? Though nothing has been made official yet, but this is where it is pointing. And Chelsea, remember, Chelsea also interested in him, and Chelsea are saying that they will have to raise about 20 million euros, 200 million euros, I should say, in the summer from sales of players.
Well, firstly, considering how his career has turned out, none of us has the right to talk about whether it is a right decision for him or not. It is entirely his decision to make. Secondly, this is not official. We can only speculate. Thirdly, wherever he goes, we can only wish him all the best. But yeah, from a personal point of view, that's a tidy sum of money that would secure his future while still playing competitively. It's better than going to Qatar, to going to Saudi Arabia at this stage of his career. Of course, a lot of people will say, "Oh, is he young? What does he want to go and do in Saudi Arabia?" Probably all of those who have gone there have gone not for footballing reasons. Obviously, we all know that. So, but going to PSG is better. Still in mainland Europe, one of the one of the top leagues. But personally, I think the chance of winning a trophy, PSG we tend to have written them off, but they keep coming close every year. They're getting, they are just like, I see them just like what do you call them? Man City. They are getting closer every year, until they finally win it once. And once they win it, you know what they say? Once they win it, then they become contenders every year. So going to PSG is not a wrong move for him. By all accounts, professionally, I forget whatever anybody says. If Chelsea, who are a front runner for him, cannot raise the money. Man City obviously have Haaland. Man U are not putting in a bid. We have to look at those who are serious by how many people are putting in a bid. If it's only PSG's bid that is on the table at this time, for me, it's a good deal. And you know what? That amount of money will truly, truly secure his future. And that's why we all work.
James, I actually forgot to convert this money to Naira or to CDs or to Kucha, so that we'll have a full understanding of how much Osimhen will earn at the end of every 9 months or even a 12-month calendar. And of course, he will be managing his own image, right? So it's a lot of money for him. But career-wise, do you agree with Kyle that PSG, a lot of people have said the Premier League is always gets their attention, is perhaps the most watched league in the world. People are saying you should go to Chelsea, but according to a report by Tu Martino yesterday, quoted by Area Napoli, a Naples-based newspaper, they are saying that they're even saying bye-bye to Osimhen. I'm quoting them now. They say bye-bye Osimhen. They say Osimhen. They say these are the last weeks in Italy for Osimhen. So it seems they have a first-hand information. No, they are privy to this agreement. Do you think PSG at this point will also not be a bad choice for Osimhen?
Well, for me, it's PSG. We look at them; they're one of the biggest teams in Europe, whether I like it or not. They've been consistent in winning the League One title. They've had some of the best players. They still have the power to attract top players. If they are going for Osimhen, it shows that Osimhen is one of the biggest players around now. So for me, it's not a bad move. Every player always have that big move. He also have that one big move. When he joined the Napoli, we felt okay that would be his biggest move. But I think there's still one more big move for him, and he's still a young player, still in his prime. So why not? There's not something if he's joined guaranteed at least that's where you want to see the best player. He has done so this season. Though they didn't go that far. But a team like PSG, who have played in the final before, play with top players, so why not? A lot of players, some will tell you they join this club not because of money. We know that's a big lie. A lot of players, a lot of them have come out to tell the truth that why are you working? You are playing football because you want to make money. Playing for a club like PSG, you know what that means. You're not going to come cheap. So I expect him to. For me, this should be his biggest and last move. For me, that's where I see it, and I think he should join PSG. I don't to go to a club that is struggling, because I mean, no matter how good you are, if you join a struggling club, I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to affect you, no matter how good you think you are. So for me, this should just join PSG, and I believe that he has played in France before. He played for Lille and he did well. So you just imagine play for a big club like PSG. There's a club that is positioned to win big titles.
Okay.
See, he has won a major title before, so joining PSG is for me, it won't be a bad idea.
Okay, all right. Of course, hopefully in the next few days, these will come into better clarity, and we'll have understanding. We'll look at the implications why perhaps he refuses to join Chelsea, because Chelsea will not be playing the Champions League next season as things stand currently. Claudia, let's talk about the Olympic qualifiers. I don't know how you felt when you saw Zambia defeated Morocco 2-0 in Rabat. I don't know how that came across to you. It wasn't something that everybody saw coming. They lost at home 2-1, and they went to Morocco against all odds. I saw a packed stadium. If you saw the first leg in Lusaka, it was also packed. It was as if it was the Chipolopolo that were in action, but just the Copper Queens. And the second leg, of course, in Morocco, attracted massive number of spectators. And Zambia 2-0, it ended. They silenced Morocco, and that means Zambia and Nigeria are the two countries that will be representing Africa at the 2024 Paris Olympics. What is the implication of this? Would you say Zambia they are emerging in Africa, in African women's football? Because I was asking myself, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, even Ghana, the Black Queens, they've been here before. Where are they? Do you think they will be able to sustain this in the long run?
Oh well, I guess you just echoed everything I said in the preview to that final leg of the qualifiers. I remember telling you that I expected Zambia to win. But of course, when they lost the first leg, I guess you would think, this is a prediction inside the mud. But I am happy at the response of the team. I mean, they lost 2-1 at home. They had a pretty decent game at home too. I think it was just like you said, they had a packed stadium. Most of the girls it could have been stage fright that they hadn't seen this number of home fans. And that came with a lot of expectations from the fans. They played really, really well. In the first leg, I was particularly surprised. The girl that scored the goal, the captain who led the line brilliantly, and the goalkeeper, she kept them in she kept them in the game for the second leg. And when they got to Zambia to Morocco for the second leg, Femi, I was proud of how far the women's game in Africa has come. I saw the Zambians play with a determination. I saw them play with a speed, with the velocity that I was shocked that this is the women's game in Africa. They could have scored more than two. The first half, they went close. The second half, they got a goal, and it was actually going pretty well for them until injury time added on, when they got that deserved penalty. It was deserved because the pressure was just too much for me. It was coming on, and it was just a matter of time before that goal came. Of course, maybe the Moroccans also had a couple of chances in the second leg, but it was all Zambia. So for me, to answer your question, I think the game in Africa is growing. The Zambians are the next big thing. I said that before in the preview to the two legs. I said Zambia are to be honest, the Moroccans too, because Morocco they have a couple of very, very decent players too. They are both the next generation, the emerging forces in African women's soccer. You're seeing I do not believe some things have to go down for others to come up, but they are definitely going to challenge Ghana and Cameroon for that second tier of supremacy in Africa. Nigeria is still at the top of that tier, because you would also agree that the Nigerians did a very, very professional job in South Africa. They went there, they played with a single purpose determination, they got what they wanted. You saw the Nigerian girls, and you would marvel that, would they have played already they are preparing for life without Oshuala. It is inconceivable that the Falcons will play a high-octane game like that against South Africa and will not be bothered that Oshuala played just about 10 minutes of the two legs. So if Oshuala had not come or I didn't play they will say, oh, it's because Oshuala was not there. But you see, girls like Abiodun, girls like Christy Uchebe, Esther Okoronko, and Christy Uchebe, you saw her drop down into defense and play in the absence of Tosin Dirimeyi. Who would have thought that possible? That Christy Uchebe, one of my favorite Falcons players of at the moment, I told her that incidentally yesterday that, you know what, you keep surprising me. I didn't know she was going to be able to play in that position. I didn't know, but she slotted in brilliantly and played well against the South African danger player. So for me, I think it is a good thing. The African women game is going in the right direction. Those who do not prepare for what is coming, they've fought out. Nigeria should not rest. The gap has narrowed, that there is little or nothing to choose between us and the rest of the African continent. If we allow them to overtake us, that is our own luck.
Okay, I'm sure you guys, you heard it directly from Kayode Suma. Chris Uchebe is a Kayode's crush in the Super Falcons. James, before we talk about, Round the Wardrobe has been calling for early preparations. Let's quickly look at the groups. Of course, Zambia, they are in Group B, and they will be facing US, Germany, and Australia. But Round the Wardrobe has said his team is in the group of death, Group C. We have Spain, world champions, then you have Japan, and you have Brazil. And he's been saying, he literally, and you know, the shocking thing was that after the equalizer, right there in South Africa, he sent that plea message to the NFF and the sports ministry that they should please give the team early preparation. You know, that it wouldn't just make sense to qualify, to go through the rigors of qualification, then just go to Paris to make an appearance. And he's saying they need to camp in Europe, and because if you look at the group, and of course, you have how many teams? You have just about 12 teams participating at the Olympics. It means all the 12 top teams in the world, female football, they are going to Paris.
Yeah, Femi, whichever way to make an impact at the Olympics, other than to have a very good preparations. I mean, look at it. That's a very tough group. For a start, Spain, they will be making their first appearance at the Olympics. You know, and the funny thing is, the World Cup that they won was their third appearance. So with me in the early 90s and the early 2000s, they were not the team to be reckoned with, but now they are champions. So it's not how far, but how well you do. And that's what we saw in the Spanish team. The Brazilian team have been in this position before. They've been to the Olympics. I think they finished second. They won silver before. The Japanese team too, they won silver. So these are two experienced teams. You know, like I said, the Spanish team, they've never played at the Olympics, but they are world champions, so they come with a lot of experience. They have a lot of Barcelona players, Madrid players who have played top level football. So these Falcons have it all. So that's why the coach is coming out to plead, because he knows the importance of this, competition.
Yeah.
Yes, because like I said, it's a tough group. Nothing says the Super Falcons cannot come out from the group. We saw what they did at the last World Cup. So they should use that as a stepping stone. One thing about the Super Falcons that I've come to realize, they are a compact, very difficult side to beat. But the only bad part about them is they don't score a lot of goals. You know, and that's one thing these other teams have. They can be compact and they can score goals. So that if they can work on that aspect in their game, creating chances and taking them, I think they are formidable. The other teams to know that with what the Super Falcons did at the last World Cup, they're going to be a very difficult side to beat. So, but I mean, if you want to make an impact in the tournament, preparation is the key. There's no other way. It's not about praying to God or asking divine intervention. It's only preparation that can make you succeed, and that's what the coach is praying for. He's asking and pleading for now.
Okay, of course. So Falcons will be making their fourth appearance at the Olympics. They qualified in 2000, 2004, 2008, which was their last. And of course, in 2024, of course, the Copa Queens as well. They qualified for the first time in 2000. And of course, they will be representing Africa in this year's Olympics. games alongside Nigeria. Now, let's go on the break. When we return, we'll be talking about our time diaspora today. Like I said, we'll be going to Nigeria. Who is it going to be? Keep your fingers crossed. We'll be back. Yeah, welcome back. It's still Sports Africa. Of course, we've discussed a lot on the show today. Now, we'll talk about our star in diaspora today, and it's Victor Boniface. No person other than Victor Boniface. Yesterday, he scored his first goal in 2024, and that didn't come after he recovered from a 3-month injury. Remember, he was supposed to represent Nigeria at the 2003 Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, but he sustained a growing injury in camp and had to undergo surgery. 17 goals now for Bayer Leverkusen. He is their top scorer so far this season. So Leverkusen, they could win 3 trophies this season. Not a treble, though some people have said it's not worthy to be called a treble, but 3 trophies. And Boniface, with the injury yesterday, he scored in the 2-0 victory over West Ham United. Mabel Kudus was completely neutralized. Kayode, we are giving Victor Boniface his flowers on the show this morning, returning from a 3-month growing surgery, and yesterday he scored his first goal for the club.
The thing about Victor is, if you are a regular user of social media, you'll be tempted not to take him serious.
He should be a comedian. Yeah, he should be a comedian.
You'll be tempted not to take him serious as a footballer, because he has an opinion about practically everything. He's not shy to get involved in controversies with people online. In the last few months that he has been out injured, he was still in our faces with his regular updates on social media. But you know what? When I saw that goal, it was a clinical poacher's goal. You would only strikers who have that valve in them score goals like that, because he jumped and he was facing the other side when he nodded the ball back towards goal. And for me, it was a glorious return for him. He showed to the Bayer Leverkusen fans what they've been missing this past few months. And it's not only good to score on your return, Femi. It boosts your confidence. It helps your team, because one of the craziest things about football, Femi, was as the game wore on, I was very, very sad for Leverkusen. They had dominated the game utterly. They had 30 shots on goal to West Ham's 1. Yet at 86, 87 minutes, the goal was still 0-0. The game was still 0-0. So if West Ham had gone ahead to run, if they had run away with the 0-0 draw, it would have been very, very unjust. So the 2 goals only confirmed Leverkusen's supremacy in the game. But more importantly for the manager, the fact that he had his top striker back in time for the final push for the Bundesliga, which I think they have already wrapped up.
Yeah, just one win from
yes,
big camp champions.
Yes, I expect for them to lose out. Although they have not had this kind of massive lead before. I remember in 2002, they were in the final of the Champions League, in the final of the German Cup, and then they lost also the Champions League on the final day to Bayern. So that era, I think, is gone. In this season, Femi, if they don't win, then I think they should just cancel the German Bundesliga if they don't win. So it's a good thing for Victor to come back. It's a good thing that he's coming back. Also for Nigeria, we also have to take the Nigerian good that he is a good addition. I remember Apesero saying that he missed Victor at the AFCON. Yeah, we all missed him. But hey, he's back, he's ready, he's scoring goals. It's a good thing to see him getting back.
Okay, of course. James, let's talk about the big match this weekend. It will be between Wydad Casablanca and, of course, FAR Rabat. Wydad Casablanca, of course, they are known on the continent, but this season it seems they've been facing a lot of issues. As a matter of fact, their form in the last 5 games has been draw, lose, draw, win. So in the last 5 matches, they've only won 1, and they are 5th on the table. Where FAR Rabat, they are close to, maybe not close to wrapping up the title, but they are 4th on the table. Wydad Casablanca are 5th. So whichever way, it's going to be a very, very tough encounter for both sides. because Wydad Casablanca will be hosting FAR Rabat in Morocco tomorrow.
Yeah, Femi, find the Wydad, one of the biggest teams on the continent. Fine, they're not doing too well, but when it comes to big games like that, you know that teams they have to take care of business. So yeah, since I final cylinders, you know, but at the end of the day, you just have to try and finish on a high. And I think they have what it takes to see off FAR. You know, FAR they are not a bad team too, you know, judging by what they've been able to achieve this season. But against Wydad, who have everything to prove to their fans and to every other critic that they still have it in them. So I want to tilt to Wydad's side. I see them coming up to this very big encounter.
Okay, because the last 5 matches for FAR Rabat has been win. They've won all their last 5 matches. But let's see what happens, because as it stands now, it might be difficult for Wydad Casablanca to even make it to the continent next season, whether in the CAF Champions League or in the CAF Confederations Cup. But of course, Raja Casablanca, their opponents, their city rivals, they are on the trail of FAR Rabat on the table. If not for Raja Casablanca, by now, maybe we'll have been saying that FAR Rabat are champions of the Moroccan League for the 2023-2024 season. Sadly, time is not our friend. Guys, thank you so much for your thoughts on the show today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Remy. See you next time.
All right, of course, this is where our final whistle will be sounding on the show today. Please, we want you to share your thoughts on some of the things that we've talked about. Of course, the Cameroon issue, and of course, Victor Osimhen. Do you think PSG would be a very nice decision for him at this point? Please let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to click on the notification button so that you get the video as soon as they drop. We'll see you all on Monday. I wish you all a fantastic sporting weekend. Bye for now.